War pugs. So, here's something I don't think I've talked about on this channel before. My favorite car of all time, like all time, is easily the 1998 through 2002 Trans Am series. I love the look of that car. In fact, that is my dream car. It has been my dream car since I was young. It has been my dream car since I was in high school. I would see them going down the street, and I would just immediately want to be in that car. That was my favorite car, period. Cherry red or like midnight blue, one of those two colors, I wanted that car. It was the singular thing that I like. I love the look of them. I love the sound. Everything about them was 100% everything that I wanted in a car. Now, I never got one. Probably never gonna get one. It is what it is. Maybe one day. But it's not gonna be today. And considering how they're doing about gasoline engines these days, it's probably never gonna happen. And you just learn to live with that, and you learn to cry about that, and you learn to sigh about that, and then you learn to be okay about that. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief over the fact that I will never have a Trans Am. It is the case. But oh my god. Joe Rogan posted in the Discord, from Kentucky Customs we have the Ballistic Bandit 4x4 Trans Am. You know are you serious right now? A 4x4 Trans Am? I'm either about to be very, very upset watching this or very, very elated. And I don't know which one I'm going to be yet. But it looks like a 70s model Trans Am. I couldn't tell immediately based off of the thumbnail, but we're about to jump into this. War pugs. This is Kentucky Ballistics driving around a Trans Am. I knew I liked this guy. Let's go. With the bird on the hood. Dude. Oh.
It is done. It is absolutely 110% done. This started 3 years ago. I wanted the classic look of a 78 Trans Am, but I also wanted a monster truck. But I didn't want.
I didn't know if it was I didn't know if it was later. Like at first I was thinking 76, but of course I was wrong on that. I knew I was going to be wrong with that if I said it.
Just do this thing up where you chop a frame and throw a body on top of it. I wanted it to be high quality, real nice. So we started with a 1978 Y88 Trans Am, a complete survivor, and then we did this to it. So underneath this thing is a custom, one-of-a-kind roadster shop chassis that was made specifically to fit a 78 F-body Trans Am on top of it without any modifications. This chassis was born to have a TA on top of it. This ain't Uncle Bob's chop shop rig. When I go over some bumps, it's not just gonna fall apart and bolts are gonna fall out everywhere, which I mean, now I say that, now it's gonna fall apart.
And it doesn't float.
Yeah, well,
Actually, please.
It doesn't float, but all of my breathers and everything for everything under the car are actually up under the hood.
Oh.
So technically, I could get this thing in water up to about here if I wanted to, but probably not going to do that because I'm ashamed to admit how much I've spent on this thing. It's probably going to be a pavement princess for a little while.
Yes, pavement princess, this thing.
This ain't like the Monster Malibu where I'm just going to go run it through a pond. Honestly, once you look at the interior, you can really see why I would feel bad getting this thing super dirty. Every inch of interior has been replaced with new materials. All the carpet, the seats are brand new Camaro seats that have been reupholstered to look like Trans Am seats. You've got a leather wrapped roll cage, for goodness sake. It is absolutely gorgeous inside.
Yes, it is.
The chassis actually has a lot of little Easter eggs when you walk around the car that you can see. Back here behind this tire, you have a thumb in the chassis. Then at the front of the car, underneath there on the chassis, it says, just put a thumb in it.
Nice.
When it comes to under the hood, there's some little Easter eggs too, like some 50 cal shells that are holding all of my cables together and things like that. But when it comes down to it, this is basically a brand new car. The only thing that is original on it is the body. And this is all original paint, original decals, everything from when this thing was made in 1978. As for our motor, we have a Texas Speed 427 7-liter, a 4L85 transmission with an Atlas 2 transfer case, and we have 6-piston front and rear bare brakes. Something really cool about the Texas Speed LS motor is typically when someone LS swaps a Trans Am or something like that, you lose the function of your shaker. This is normally where the air for the motor gets sucked in, but most people just bolt this to the hood and they go away with it, and then they just use a regular breather. But not the old Ballistic Bandit. Trans Am Depot, their signature move when they replace one of these motors with an LS is they're gonna make sure that the shaker functions.
So what they've done is they've put extended bolts here where the intake is, and that's what lifts this plate up here that holds this air cleaner. Then the air cleaner is capped off where it normally would suck air. And so they've got a hole in your shaker up here, and that's where the air goes, and then through this pipe and then through your intake, and that's how they've done it.
So now when it comes to the sound of this thing, I'm really excited to let you hear it. It has a custom 3-inch exhaust all the way through it, dual exhaust, and we have electric cutouts for when you really want to get rowdy, which if you're driving this, that's pretty much all the time.
Yeah. Also,
the Ballistic Bandit is 4x4, but not just regular 4x4. I have 2 stick shifts in there for high and low. I could go high 4-wheel drive across the whole thing, or I could do high in the front, low in the back, or high in the back and low in the front. I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering everything that's been done to this car. It's a lot.
It is.
It's a whole lot.
It's definitely set up for off-roading and some jumping too.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically a Baja truck that is a Trans Am. These coils, I have so much play in these coils, and right now they're set about halfway. We could lift this thing even higher, but right now it's at the perfect setting where I've got some cushion and I can turn my wheels without having any rub. So your wheels...
This is like, for me, I don't know how quite to feel about this. I think I love it. I'm pretty sure I love it. I'm pretty sure I absolutely 100% love this. Oh, just, I can't.
Very important because it really sets it off. Well, I wanted something that was like a truck wheel, but also similar to an original Trans Am wheel. Well, these are American Force Bandits. They actually look like a honeycomb wheel, but it's a truck wheel. But they came all chrome, and I thought, well, it'd be really cool if we could get all of this painted gold like the original wheels, and then keep that chrome lip, because normally on a Trans Am wheel it is gold and you've got a thin lip.
That's right.
Now we've got gold honeycomb with a big extended lip, and these are 20-inch wheels, and we have 37-inch tires that are 13.5 inches wide.
And for the 4-wheel drive, you also have to manually lock your hubs up here up front.
And they painted those gold also.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Man, they did a great job.
They did.
I mean, it's so detailed.
This thing is beautiful.
You just keep finding stuff the more you look at it. You know, it just comes out at you. It's like,
yeah, it's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in.
It is beautiful.
Literally delivered just a few days ago. Trans Am Depot delivered it. That's where this whole thing started, was with Trans Am Depot in Tallahassee, Florida. They are the ones who have put this thing together and slaved over it and listened to me complaining over the last 3 years. It's like, hey, where's my car? and they finally got it done. Honestly, it's hard to believe that it's even here. This seems like a dream, or they're about to pull the plug on the simulation.
Oh my
I know what y'all
God.
want to hear, though.
Yes,
I
yes,
gotta start it.
yes.
This is the fun switch.
That's all I'd need right there. That's what I'd want. I don't need a loud engine. I don't want a loud engine. But when it comes to a Trans Am, I cannot compete with the Corvette engine that got dropped underneath the hood on that thing. I just can't. I can't. I need... I've actually, I went on a date with a girl, and the only reason I went on a date with this girl is because she had a 1999 Trans Am LE, and there were only 1,099 LEs made, and I got to ride in one of them, and I almost died in it because she decided to show off this car to me, and she had 800 horses under the hood, and she didn't know how to handle them, and it had rained. We went to go get on the interstate, and she floored it. And when she did, we hit about 80 miles an hour, and then the thing started to spin out, and she didn't know how to counter steer. I still, I was thinking, I'm going to die in the car that I love the most. Just help me. Somebody please help me.
That sounds really, really good.
Yes.
And it's very, very loud, but surprisingly, when you're on the inside of the car, I forget exactly what they did, but they put some sort of liner underneath it to where it's not so loud on the inside.
Oh, okay.
It's actually quite comfortable in there. You have a vintage air system.
Nice.
So you have AC and heat. Looks like there's an 8-track player in there, but it's actually a retro sound stereo that's Bluetooth and radio.
Okay.
With an all new stereo system in there. I mean, literally, if you can think of it, it's been done to this car. And again, I cannot believe that it's done. I am so excited to have it here, and I'm honestly kind of afraid to even drive it at this point. It's taking so long to get it that it's like,
Yeah.
I just want to stare at it and not accidentally break it because I'm kind of prone to that.
Yeah, it's beautiful on the inside. They made it comfy like a brand new car in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
I was going for, you know, on the outside, you've got this big, crazy looking modified vehicle.
Yeah.
But when you're on the inside of the car, you still got that classic Trans Am feel.
Oh, yeah.
And you got T-tops for really hot days like today. Well, I mean, that's basically it. I'm sure I forgot a few things here and there, but now I need to go drive it. The only problem with this car is getting in it. There was nowhere to mount like a handle anywhere in here. So you just kind of gotta throw one leg up there, grab a hold of this, and then you just kind of jump.
Oh, this thing is like, I can't. I love this. I love this. I'm okay with it. Oh, God. How many horses are you pushing underneath that hood? Oh my god, how many? If you've never ridden in a car like this before, with this kind of engine in it before, when you're driving it, you're vibrating, okay? So you're literally getting a back massage at the same time you're trying to drive this thing around. It is the most incredible feeling that you've ever had inside of a vehicle. I'm not even kidding.
That's going to be it for today's video. Let us know what you think about the Ballistic Bandit and what you'd like to see us do with it next in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to see more awesome automotive content, hit that subscribe button. See you next time.
He has more? Nice. Did he just hit a washer? Alright, hold on a second, because now I've got to show you guys. I got to show you guys the legitimate car of my dreams. I have the Trans Am has always been just a beautiful vehicle to me, and I look at it now, like, look at things like it now, and it's just so unrelentingly beautiful. One second. Let me just pump this up. Get out of here. Yeah, there we go. New tab. Let's pull this out like that. Do like that. There. And there we go. Hold on. Oh. Look at that. Is that not the most beautiful thing ever? Like, flat out. It is. Is there more pictures of it? Just everything about this car for me, like, when I was young, this car was everything that I wanted in a car. It still is everything that I want in a car. It is so absolutely beautiful in so many ways to me. And just one of these days, I've got to get my hands on one of these. I just saying, guys. It's the most beautiful car I've ever seen, like, flat out. Even now, sitting here, it just takes me back to when I was 16, and I was getting a job to get a car, and I knew the Trans Am was out of my price range, but I was just sitting there looking at it going, one day you will be mine. One day you will be mine. Warpugs, I'm going to head out from here. I'm going to go cry. I'm going to go be sad for a little while. And I will catch you guys next time. All of Kentucky Ballistics, or Kentucky Custom in this case, links are going to be in the description down below. Please go check them out. Join the channel as a member, join the channel as a Patreon. If you are a member, or you are with the Patreon, just check, because the new lore video is up, and it's going to remain up until next, I believe I'm going to release it on Saturday. We'll see. Until then, Warpugs, I'll catch you guys next time.